Persons needing urology and neurosurgical services can now benefit from these specialty services at the British Virgin Islands Health Services Authority during the month of November. The two new clinics will be conducted by Dr. Michael Fabrizio and Dr. David Vincent, who are the founding members of the Atlantic Clinic TAG group that conducted the first medical tourism case at Peebles Hospital in June of this year. The partnership between the BVI HSA and the Atlantic Clinic group is expected to be facilitated in several phases. Phase 1 will allow for the Atlantic Clinic's patients to travel to the BVI for care, and Phase 2 will make provisions for BVI patients to receive care from the specialist group. The BVI HSA's Chief of Medical Staff, Dr. June Samuel, spoke more about the two new clinics that will benefit the residents and visitors in the Virgin Islands.
The BVI HSA, as a part of its strategic goal that takes us through to the year 2020, we're looking at expanding our services or range and scope of services that's available to the BVI public. And therefore, we're focused on specialty services that are not ordinarily available in the BVI. So the new two clinics that we're going to be having next week will focus on urology and neurosurgery.
Dr. Samuel also provided details on what kind of patients would utilize urology and neurosurgical clinics.
So the urology clinic will be conducted by Dr. Michael Fabrizio, who's a board-certified urologist from the US, a part of the tech team that we're partnering with to offer these services. And the patients who can use those services, both adult and children, both men and women who may be having any symptoms associated with dysfunction of the urinary system. So kidney or renal stones, persons who have issues with renal stones present or in the past, persons who may have any diagnoses around prostate cancer, enlarged prostates, difficulty with passing urine, urinary incontinence, men who may be inquiring about vasectomies. He's also available to deal with any, as I said before, malignancies related to the urinary tract. The neurosurgery clinic will be conducted by Dr. Vincent David. He's a board-certified neurosurgeon and is one of the founding members of the Atlantic Clinic. And that is the team that we're partnering with here at the BVI HSA to provide these services. Neurosurgery is a surgical specialty that deals with conditions related to the brain, the spine, and the nerves peripherally. So persons who are experiencing back pain, neck pain, pain where you feel shooting pains going down the arms or legs, as sciatica or other types of nerve pain. Persons who may have any degenerative or arthritic conditions of the spine. Dr. David is trained in minimally invasive techniques for interventions in correcting issues that may be related to those conditions.
The Chief of Staff also encouraged members of the community to make an appointment right away to see the specialist when they are in the territory next week.
The clinics are open to any resident or visitor who is in the BVI at the moment who is in need of any of these services, whether urology or neurosurgery. It is offering these services here in the BVI is our way of trying to decrease the need for persons to seek services overseas, to decrease the burden associated with traveling to access care. Once individuals are registered with NHI, the services are covered under NHI, and therefore, you will pay the copay associated as guided by NHI. So, I encourage you, if you know of anyone or if you yourself are suffering with any of the symptoms that we've indicated or any of the conditions that we've talked about, that you come in for a consult, you call for an appointment, and it is our desired that this is going to be the first clinic, but we are expecting that we will continue to have these clinics on a regular basis. And we are also going to have a team of specialists who will be able to offer these and other services in the future.
The Urology Clinic and Neurosurgical Clinic will be held next Thursday, November 3rd, at the British Virgin Islands Health Services Authority's Outpatient Specialty Clinic. These two services are categorized as high-level advanced medical services that can assist local patients with obtaining treatment options within the territory. Interested persons are encouraged to call the Medical Services Unit at 852-7518 or 852-7514. I am Franca Potter from the BVI HSA.